now a 2-time winner of the Dakar Rally. So now this is your second one. So a little bit different than the first one. You're kind of expected to win races now. Because now you're, what, 9 years going on a rally thing, and you kind of remember when you first did this. So how is this one, like, did you prepare any different? I know going into it, there's a brand new bike, all kinds of stuff. So how'd you prepare?
The hardest part is building a new motorcycle and getting it to work good for you. And you know, we didn't do any different preparation. Obviously, we're training year round, but the hardest part this one was the new bike, the new setup, you know, new chassis, so suspension's different, your triangle's a little bit different, the way you ride is going to be different. That was the hardest part, and we spent 6 months trying to get the bike to work somewhat okay for us. And once we got to a point where it was okay, we just said, okay, we're going to go race this bike. So now here we are after the Dakar. We have a whole year to, you know, go back to the drawing board and try to make it a little bit better. But how do you make something better that's not just one, you know? So it's really difficult. And, you know, suspension and modifications is endless. You know, you can go way too far, but you can reel it back in and then go again and try to change something else once you got too far. So it's really tough. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do with the new chassis. I mean, it's got one race on it and it won. So yeah, it feels good to do it. And as you said, you're expected to win, but in rally, it's not just that easy. I mean, yeah, you can tell yourself you're gonna win, but there's so many variables that it takes to win that can knock you down, and to have a perfect rally is kind of unheard of. So the pressure of, you know, knowing that you're expected to win is heavy. It's a lot of weight on the shoulders, and you make one mistake, even if it's a small mistake, it feels like the world's crumbling around you and everyone's like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. But it's like, dude, we're only human, we make mistakes, and it's not that easy. We just try to do our best day by day.
Well, and it seems like there's a big American contingent now. Like when you and Johnny were kind of the only guys that were over there, and now it's kind of, they're seeing the success that you're having and you've had with Johnny. You have a new team or a new teammate with Skylar, and being able to, I know you guys don't live that far away from each other, being able to bounce stuff off each other and kind of go from there. So you're not the lone American anymore. And it seems like there's even Jacob Augubright was there and doing stuff. So has that changed your strategy a little bit when it comes to now you have teammates that are close to you?
So I haven't changed my strategy. It does help though, having Skylar on the team and living so close. Like, okay, Skylar wasn't on the team in previous years and he still lived close, but we never trained together just because it's competition. And it's not competition on the same team, it's competition with a different manufacturer. So we kind of split ways, but now we're on the same team. So now I just think the training is just going to get elevated. You know, the Japanese know that we live that close together, and now I feel like they're going to support our side that extra couple percent, you know, to make both of us that much stronger. And in my opinion, I think it's awesome. Johnny lives, like me, Johnny, and Skylar all live the same distance, so we have a central meeting point that's perfect for all of us, and we can grow and be that much better because now it's another American, and I feel like the team is going to support that extra couple percentage to help us grow and become better and stronger. So I think that's really awesome. I've never had like an American teammate. You know, I like my teammates, but they don't live down the street. You know?
Exactly.
For them to come over here, it's a big deal. We got to get a bike lined up, plane tickets, there's jet lag and cost, you know, and me and Skylar are just like, hey, we're meeting there at 8 o'clock in the morning. All right, see you there.
Yeah.
And it makes it way simpler. With bike setup and testing, I feel like the Japanese like listen a little bit more to our side now because there's 3 of us attacking rather than just one. Like,
and you guys are all close together to where you can talk to each other and then go out and ride with each other and go.
Exactly.
So now I know race strategy. There's a lot of race strategy that goes into Dakar, and this year you guys kind of played that strategy almost perfect. I know that you had a great stage, probably one of the best Dakar stages. And then, you know, you got to go into the last stages and kind of manage your race and do that. And I know that you have Johnny Campbell, who I've raced on his team before, and he's definitely Bruce Ogilvie before that is kind of who taught him. So strategy in Dakar and then strategy in like a Baja 1000 or something like that. I know that there are multiple stages in Dakar, is it kind of the same strategy, or is it just completely different?
No, it's completely different from any strategy that you would have stateside. I mean, it's multiple days, but you're trying to position yourself for the next day, and also you're trying to position yourself closer to your competition, so that way you have less time to lose against your competition. So it's more or less like a chess game where, okay, you go race Baja, and it's the 1,000 is 24 hours straight. We're 12 days, but we sleep in the nighttime, so it's 12 stages, but each stage can be different. You know, one day could be full sand dunes, which you don't want to open the track. Then one day could be full of rocks, and then one day could be easy. So now you have to pick how you want to place yourself for those 3 days. You know, okay, obviously you want to win, so on the fast day with no navigation, you can start in the front and not lose any time. But you don't want to start in the front on the sand dunes because you're going to lose 15 minutes. So it's all a game. You know, you need to have the information for the next 3 days or 2 days to position yourself to be set up for the third day, you know, so that way you don't really screw yourself too bad. But you can have all the strategy in the world, but if you have a bad day and your strategy goes out the window, you need a plan B. So you need to basically race your race on plan B and C, and not so much A, because A is the perfect race.
Exactly. So now, is that more of a team decision, or is that how you're feeling at the time? Or because Johnny is a strategic guy, and he's always got his mind thinking on other stuff, and probably stuff that you're not thinking about. So is it a team decision, or is it something that you make the final decision on what that strategy will be?
Like team orders is a thing, but this year we were all so close in times that there was no team orders.
Okay.
So it was like, hey, you guys are all within reason to win, go at it. So then when they say this, okay, now it's up to you. Like basically it'd be up to me and Johnny at this point. Like, hey, I think this, we need to do this, and it should put us here for tomorrow. Then we'll hear Johnny's, you know, strategy and see, like, we'll bounce back and forth. Like I said, plan A is the perfect rally, which hardly ever happens. So you need to bounce back and forth between plan B and C.
Exactly.
So yeah, there's strategy, not so much with the team. If there's strategy with the team, if a rider is like Pablo, lost an hour and a half on stage 6, so we use his strategy, or we use him for strategy, because hey, you're out of the race. We need you to push tomorrow to win, to open the stage where I can start second and I can follow you.
Makes sense.
But if we're all close, dude, there's no strategy.
It's just go
racing,
for it.
Yeah.
With that, what is the, like, maybe on a lighthearted thing, what is the hardest thing at Dakar? Like to go to the race, and the hardest, you know, the most difficult thing to maybe even set yourself up for? What's the hardest thing for you about the race?
Dude, the hardest thing is like the early mornings on the liaison, just thinking about like, I could be home, my warm bed. Oh man, a steak sounds nice. Yeah, this sucks. I'm freezing right now. And then like once the stage starts, that all goes out the window. But it's like one day we had 500 kilometers on the highway, dude. We left at 4:30 in the morning, and our stage started at 10 a.m. So we had 5.5 hours of highway, dude, just like falling asleep. Then you're thinking like, oh, what time is it at home? Oh, sleeping.
What are all my friends doing? And all that stuff.
And once the stage starts, that goes out the window, and now you're just like tunnel vision. You got the road book and you got the terrain, you know. But just honestly, I think the liaisons take a lot out of you.
All right. Well, there you have it. With two-time Dakar champion now, Ricky Brabec, and still the only American to win the race. So he says that he's going to go for 3 and 4 and 5 and see how many he can get. So
we'll see. Thank you guys.
Stay tuned for more.